kung ito yung approval and trust ratings nitong si BBM at saka ni si Sara Duterte, how would these numbers affect their endorsement powers respectively dito sa upcoming elections?
Well, nung sinusukat namin yung endorsement influence o endorsement power ng presidente at vice-presidente sa mga nakaraang survey, hindi ganun kalaga. Ibig sabihin rito, binoboto na ng mga tao, pagtingin naman yung kanilang binoto at yung maaring i-endorso ng Pangulo o ng vice-presidente, hindi na dadagdagan yung boto ng mga kandidatong associated sa kanila.
Talaga?
So, pero ngayon na medyo polarized, di ba? Maaring may basis na maapektuhan yung disposisyon ng tao doon sa mga lugar na medyo mas malaki ang impluwensya ng presidente o ng vice-presidente. Ang problema rito, yung lugar na may impluwensya ang vice-presidente, kung titignan natin yung proportion ng population doon sa lugar sa total voting population, higit na mas maliit yan kaysa doon sa lugar na may impluwensya yung vice-presidente. If you talk about regions 1 and 2, for example, I think that's only about 8% of voting population versus Mindanao 24% plus Central Visayas. No? So, medyo yun. Pero sa akin, Christian, hindi pa yung endorsement Yung susunod dun sa endorsement. Yung pagkilos ng mga grupo na mapapanigurado na yung ini-endorso ng isang partikular na personalidad ay makaka-impluwensya talaga doon sa mga botante at susunod yung mga botante.
So you're talking about the machinery?
The machinery, no? Or then that machinery would involve, certain levels of government. Yung tumatakbong governor, tumatakbong mayor, tumatakbong vice mayor, tumatakbong konsyal. So down the line, so papaano nila mahahatak yung mga tao na sundin yung kumpas nung nag-endorse. Kumbaga, parang yung endorsement ng Iglesia ni Cristo, di ba? Makakasiguro ka ba na lahat ng sinabi nitong ministro, punong ministro, ay susundin ng mga miyembro ng Iglesia? With studies have shown na medyo malaki yung compliance. But with regard to, let's say, a politician, it would not just depend on Sara Duterte, it would depend on everyone else that would be allied with or influenced by Sara Duterte. So the governor, the mayor of a particular city or municipality.
So hindi ganoon kasimple. Kasi I was thinking kung ang pagbabasihan lang yung taas ng approval and trust ratings ni VP Sara Duterte, it was logical really for Amy Marcos to get her endorsement at this stage in the campaign. Pero marami pa palang factors kung susundin yung endorsement na yon sa baba.
Kasi pag hinimay mo, and I think we've discussed this, pag hinimay mo yung, let's say, last senatorial preference survey namin, pag tingnan mo yung Region 11, yung Davao, ang top 10, lahat PDP o yung guest candidate ng PDP. Now, with Sara's endorsement, in the next survey, will we see Amy Marcos going up, at least in that region, which will prove that may impact yung endorsement, at least in terms of yung market votes or market support without the machinery.
Okay. Pala, di ba buwan-buwan na yung survey ninyo ngayon ahead of the elections, pero hanggang kailan yung allowed kayo na mag-conduct at mag-release ng survey before the elections?
Walang restriction in terms of the release of survey. May decision na Supreme Court dyan in terms of the right of information and freedom of expression. It's a case that was filed by certain politicians against the social weather stations. The social weather stations eventually answered the petition, and the social weather stations won that case that was decided by the Supreme Court. I can't remember when, I think in the early 2000s.
Okay. So pag ganun, hanggang kailan kayo magsa-survey?
Well, yung April, meron kaming survey na hopefully we will be releasing in early May.
Yun na yung huli before the midterm election.
Given yung turnaround time in our own surveys na medyo may katagalan because we use PAPI or the paper personal interviews, may katagalan. So if we if we were to do another survey in May, we will not be able to release it before the elections.
Okay. Pasagot ko sa'yo, Prof. Ronnie, itong mga... Marami rito talagang dinadoubt yung resulta ng Pulse Asia survey. Hindi magaganda yung mga komento. Pero ano yung response nyo rito sa mga hindi naniniwala sa survey ninyo because of the results now?
Well, one is that I would respect the opinion. No, that's the reason why we're in this field. Why we generate the opinion on the part of the public. I myself would not agree with a number of the things that the public generates, no, or provides to us. But we have to respect each other's opinion. Ang ano ko na lang dyan, kung itong disposisyon, itong opinion ng publiko at hindi natin tanggap, ano pwede natin gawin para mabago ang kaisipan ng karamihan ng ating kapwa mamamayan?
Yung ano, eto may mga tanong, no? Sino ba raw yung nagpa-survey nito? Ito pinag-uusapan natin.
Oh, wala.
Yung ano, eto may mga tanong, no? Sino ba raw yung nagpa-survey nito? Ito pinag-uusapan natin.
Kami, ang ginagawa namin itong quarterly survey since 1999. Ito yung ulat ng bayan. So, every quarters since we were established in 1999.